It's time once again for That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ, where business becomes show business. Jamie is a leading Tampa Bay real estate agent and featured on the Wall Street Journal's list of top 100 real estate agents in the nation. Jamie invites you to list your home with him today and learn more at tampabayradio.com. Now, live in studio and promoting the entrepreneurial spirit that drives the American economy, your host, Jamie Maloney.
Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another week of That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. I believe we've been on 88 weeks now or so. I track them by show photos each and every week, and I think we just put out week 87 of photos, and the photos that Rick Tasseta does in here each and every morning. And the photos we put out yesterday really took off. We got like 250 likes on that post, and they're going viral or something last night. Yeah, it's incredible. And
it wasn't because of my photobomb, was it?
I don't know. You had a few photobombs in there. I'm wondering if your presence. Yeah, I'm wondering if your presence had a little something to do with it. But yeah, every week we post the show photos up on the Facebook. Actually, I put that one in my personal Facebook page, and yeah, I got a lot of comments and like 250 likes, and I don't know how many shares, but it definitely did pretty well. So we put those up there each and every week. Thanks to Rick Tasseta, who does the photography each and every morning. Visit ricktasseta.com for all your photography needs. He's been helping me out since since day one of this program, going all the way back to February 2015. In studio, Josh Vozda running the live video stream. Any exciting info? Stuff from the weekend?
Well, I mean, unless you consider running around with a 7-year-old and climbing trees and things like that exciting. Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
I did used to like to climb trees. I was an avid tree climber and tree house builder back in my days in West Virginia, but not so much anymore. I don't think I can get into a tree anymore. So, but yeah, it sounds like a fun weekend.
You can get into a tree, bro.
No, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that if we got you out there and started climbing, you'd get up there.
Did you see that video of us in Puerto Rico when that drone got stuck in the tree, and then one of the guys had to climb the tree to get the drone out of it?
You were not in the tree.
No.
Notice that.
I'm fortunate we had a guy with us, a VP, who was fit enough to climb the tree, as I am not in the shape to climb trees anymore.
The look on your face was, I'm on the ground, I'll catch it.
Yeah.
I'll make sure it doesn't hit water.
So, yeah, that was, it's been a long time since I've been up in the tree, but no, that is a fun weekend. It sounds like to me.
So did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, I picked up a new, traded in my old BMW, got a new one, and so thanks to Reeves BMW that's my third car I've picked up from them.
Wow.
So it was just an exchange of a lease. The mileage was about up, so I went in there and swapped it for a new 3 Series. So traded in my 4 for a basic 3 Series. If anything about BMW is basic, but yeah, went back to the. I
need to get into real estate, man, because my truck is so green and so beat up, it might as well be a garbage truck.
But no, I definitely have had 4 BMWs now, going back to 2006, and then I still have a 135 convertible one that's it's over 100,000 miles now. So I'm thinking about trading that one in too.
Are we talking about math all of a sudden? Like you just started spewing out? Or
that's BMW now, man. That's BMW. They name them by numbers, not so much by titles. Yeah, BMW 1 Series, 2, 3, 4, 5s, although they're not making the ones anymore. So, although I did learn something I didn't realize this weekend, the even models are convertibles, and then the odd models are the coupe designs. So
all of
BMW
this is above my pay grade, man. You know that, right?
so, just some knowledge I learned this weekend in picking up my new BMW. But yes,
it's stressing me out, man. I need to get a girlfriend. I've been getting too much sleep.
I want a Series 2.
Good show planned for you here on this hour. We have in the studio right now with us Jody Sherman, returning guest of the program, and also fellow real estate agent with Coldwell Banker, a member of the Griffin group. People familiar with Christina Griffin as well through the program a number of times. And also congratulations to Christina Griffin. She was the winner of the Roar Award at the Tampa Bay Business Journal Awards this past week. And so that was an award for overcoming some challenges in life. And for people that know her in the program, know that she battled cancer and came out with a child when she was told she could not have a child as a result of the cancer, and is a top producer and real estate agent. Outsells me every year, and I sell a lot of real estate. So congratulations to her, and also to Jody for being back into the program today. So Jody, thank you so much.
Good morning, Jamie. Thank you for having me.
So
morning,
Jody, let's tell the audience a little bit about yourself. People, I'm surprised don't know, because I've been doing this radio show for 3 years, and I started out doing the show with a focus on real estate. It was the Jamie Maloney Real Estate Show. So that's why I went on radio to begin with. It's to promote my real estate business, although it had always been a hobby of mine or not a hobby, a goal of mine to do a radio show. And my clients are always banks, and so I don't know really what I was thinking because my banks aren't listening to the program. So I just really wanted just to go on the radio. So, but I told myself it would be good for my real estate business. But I quickly digressed into a more of a personal, entrepreneurial type of a format, and so people have lost touch with the fact that I still sell real estate, but I list properties for banks, and so I'm oftentimes behind the scenes. And so, in an effort to try and get more business out of out of the radio show, Jody's going to be helping me out with real estate. So, Jody, tell me a little bit about your background.
Well, I've been in the real estate industry for the last 15 years. I'm a hands-on carpenter, and I'm originally from the garment industry, which I apply most of my technical skills and my
know-how
to helping others. It is a pleasure and honor to be able to do something that you love on a daily basis every day.
Right.
And I feel very fortunate.
And Jody's one of those aggressive agents. She's out there doing the door knocking and the old school traditional or non-traditional types of real estate business sourcing, and she's doing quite well at it.
Yeah, she has a partner too, don't you?
Oh, I do. I have my dog.
Yeah, your dog is your partner, right?
Yeah, I actually call him the sweeper because I could be walking down a block, and those people who would not be so receptive of a realtor knocking on the door or meeting them, once I have my dog, they literally will embrace me, and next thing I know, I'm building a new relationship with them.
Yeah,
he wins it.
And so we're going to resuscitate my retail real estate business here, and Jody is going to be helping me out with that. So if we can help you out with real estate needs, please get in touch with me, and I'll put you in touch with Jody. Best way to get me is through my contact form over at tampabayradio.com, or you can just send me an email, jamie@tampabayradio.com. If you want to call Jody directly, it's 347-631-4298. Again, 347-631-4298. And it's a tough real estate market out there this year. People that listen to me regularly have heard my discussions with other real estate professionals on the program, but lack of inventory has really been the story of this market.
Yes, we have more clients that we actually are forced to go to homes and ask them, are they ready to sell their home? Because we have specific needs and we don't have enough inventory.
Yeah, and that's all as a result of what I say in 2012 was really the catalyst for this real estate market, when the hedge funds came into this market and they bought up all the inventory. They were taking up all the short sales and all the distressed inventory and all the stuff that was built in New Tampa and southeastern Hillsborough County. The subdivision homes was their hot spot, and they had an 8-year plan, and so they should be dumping those things here in about 2 or 3 more years. But I was one of their buyer agents early on, and they are sucking up everything, and they've turned all these subdivisions into rental communities, and so the homes that should normally be coming on and off the market are tied up in portfolios of investments and not coming onto the market naturally. So you're seeing a lot of stuff coming in and out of the market, in central Tampa, the older homes, because they stayed away from that stuff. They didn't want anything typically older than 1990, but all the block stuff, all the subdivision homes, they turned them into rental communities because prices are at record lows, rents were at record highs, and they came to me with this financial model. And then it was interesting because as soon as they came into the market, I was working with Frio, Florida, which is now going by the name of Progress Residential. 4 other ones came into the marketplace. It's funny how people move in groups. It's like, I had this, firm based out of Goldman Sachs, or had spun off of Goldman Sachs, and I was like, oh man, I'm in on the ground floor of something. I start buying for them, and next week later I start hearing about Blackstone and all these other different groups doing the exact same things. And so they really ate up a lot of the inventory. It became a pretty competitive buying marketplace in 2012. So, but if you're looking to sell your home, now is definitely a good time to get your home onto the marketplace. It's a seller's market out there right now. It is probably the best time to get your home on the market, because in the next couple of years, these homes are going to start coming back onto the marketplace. And when they dump them, they're probably going to dump them. Jody, how would you respond to that?
Well, first of all, the interest rates are so low right now. I mean, it's ideal. And if you weigh up the numbers, and whether you're renting or if you're owning it, you need to be owning a home. The other thing is, to add to what you had just shared with us, there is a strong demand for vacant land. So it's not only about looking to get a home, but even to build your own home. There are so many packages right now that just really give you that lifestyle that you're looking for.
I sold a lot of vacant land several years ago doing the bank stuff. I mean, it's mostly, assets. I mean, I should say, improved properties. But I did sell a number of vacant land property parcels several years ago. But I'm surprised at the value that you can get some of these properties at. I mean, you can get infill housing lots at $5,000. I mean, not the greatest of areas necessarily, but I mean, you can get them $10,000 to $15,000, and you can then hire a home builder and then have a home a lot cheaper than what it would cost for maybe a resale.
That is correct. I mean, we're even finding that people who desire to be on the waterfront, if they find a lot, the prices to build a house literally from scratch is much, much cheaper. It's
Right.
ideal, and you get the dream house that you've always wanted.
Right. Now, you come from a background in the garment industry, and so you've transitioned into real estate. You've been working in real estate how many years now?
15 years.
15 years, but you're still dabbling or doing fashion too, correct?
Always.
And you showed up to the gala this past weekend, the Freedom Walk Gala, in a beautiful garment that you had handcrafted. And
Yes.
so she has an incredible talent for fashion, and she created her dress that she wore to the gala.
She has an all-around know-how. So I think her nickname when she comes back on our show is just going to be know-how.
know-how. So, Jody, how did you make the transition, though, into real estate? Did you know that you always wanted to be in real estate, or was it something that, like so many people, they just fall into the industry?
The garment industry, or I should say the fashion industry, never really offered what the big corporate companies offered, which was a retirement plan. So it was part of a lifestyle where I was already in real estate because my dad was in demolition construction, so it was part of my lifestyle. And then I kept seeing the red flags of all the big corporations closing down. I had worked for a company where they went Chapter 11, a big company that was financially solid. And watching the fashion industry get smaller and smaller, I said to myself, where is my security blanket? And then I became a long-term real estate investor.
So you're an investor, and then you got into the sales. Is that how that
Exactly.
how that path worked? And you were also an instructor in the fashion industry too, coming from, was it the Parsons
Fashion Institute of Technology.
Fashion Institute of Technology? I got hooked into that fashion show several years ago, the Project Runway and stuff. So I became a little familiar with how that
you
industry
too?
worked. Yeah,
I feel finally secure enough to admit it now.
I don't know what it is, but I'm attracted to shows that have people on them that have complete opposite personalities of mine, because I want to learn. I want to understand how they think, because I find that interesting.
Well, the diversification of a team and who comes from the textile aspect, who comes from the technical aspect, who comes from the styling aspect. It really is a collaboration of a think tank, and that's how fashion evolves with that. And then in terms of the actual show with the runway, which I've worked on many, it is...
Wait, you worked on many TV shows or fashion shows?
Fashion
okay.
shows, fashion runways. If you're in the garment industry, your collection you wanted to be presented on a runway. Seasonally, you if you were fortunate, you had the opportunity to you worked directly with the actual model. You worked with the choreographing of the photography, the dress apparel, and the style.
I want to take a break here, but I want to talk with a little bit more with Jody when I come back from the break about fashion, because it's something I know nothing about and something I enjoy talking about, because I like to learn from people that are different than me and do different things than me. I think that's a valuable piece of a person's personality, is the willingness to learn from others who are different from them. So I want to do that when we come back from the break. Again, talking to Jody Sherman, real estate agent with the Griffin Group over at Coldwell Banker. And if you could use her services, please give her a call, 347-631-4298. You're listening to That Business Show. Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. In an age when the good and the better vie for attention, it is the best that stands out. The best of Tampa Bay from Proudly Florida is the love story for the city of Tampa, celebrating success, sharing achievements, a tribute to enterprise and community spirit. Let Proudly Florida showcase your business to your city, your nation, and the world. For more information, email info@proudlyflorida.com and be sure to visit proudlyflorida.com.
How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
Have you ever tried to buy a home for your family only to find out that you don't qualify for a mortgage loan? You thought that after 20 years as a customer of your bank, they would help you when you needed it the most, right? Unfortunately, the banks of today are not the banks of our parents and grandparents, and our relationships with them just don't matter anymore. My name is Frank Cotto, and I'm the president of the Lincoln Lending Group. We all may need a bank, but we also need a Frank, and that's what I'm here to do for you today. Lincoln Lending Group will waive all of your lending fees, which include your mortgage, application fee, your underwriting fee, processing fees, and any bank points. Just call 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, and we'll drop the fee.
Teresa Turner is a certified public accountant and the founder of Tax Happens, a boutique-style CPA firm providing small businesses and individuals with hands-on, personalized tax and accounting services. Although we would love to tell you how happy their clients are, we would like you to see for yourself. Tax Happens has 21 Google reviews and a 4.8-star Google rating, 17 Yelp reviews and a 5-star Yelp rating, 38 Facebook reviews and a 4.9-star Facebook rating. What sets Tax Happens apart is number 1, upfront pricing, 2, clear deadlines, 3, personally available year-round, and number 4, a willingness to empower clients to do as much or as little as they desire. Visit taxhappens.com for more information.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today, or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
From the RP Funding Traffic Network.
Extra heavy traffic on northbound 275 in St. Pete, anywhere from before 22nd Avenue North to Gandy Boulevard. It's all due to an earlier vehicle fire off to the right-hand side near Gandy. Right lane still blocked there. Also, southbound 275 jammed from Beers to around Hillsborough Avenue. Southbound side of the Veterans Expressway a bit slow between Dale Mabry and Gunn Highway, and westbound I-4 from Plant City over towards Branch Forbes. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the Center for Disease Control. Zika is being spread by mosquitoes. Protect yourself, your community, pregnant women, and our next generation. There are actions you can take. Go to cdc.gov/prevent Zika to learn more. Together we can fight Zika and protect our babies.
Today, partly cloudy with a 50-50 chance of showers and storms, high 87. Tonight, mostly clear, low 74. Tomorrow, a 40% rain chance, high 88.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And welcome back to That Business Show. Jamie Maloney, your business becomes show business. Talking with Jody Sherman, real estate agent with Coldwell Banker inside the Griffin Group, and also helping me out now with real estate as a lot of people don't even realize I even sell real estate anymore. So if you can use her real estate services, services, please give her a call at 347-631-4298. But I want to touch on fashion, which is Jody's other avenue of earnings and background. And so, Jody, how are you involved in fashion today? Are you actively designing products for clients, or tell me?
I'm actively involved with being a technical designer for it's an activewear line. It's called Smart One. They are a golf line. They actually are an exact duplicate of Nike Under Armour gear. So it's a lifestyle.
Okay, tell me a little bit more. So how did this come about, and what's the history behind this brand then?
The history behind the brand is an opportunist who liked to golf, and he actually patented a new golf ball, and now he needed a collection of clothes or apparel to promote it as well. Had it come about, believe it or not, I was in Hamptons on the beach, and somebody was doing a Photoshop, and next thing you know, I overheard the fact that they were looking for someone who can do the technical designing, the styling, and here I am. And through word of mouth, I then was offered the job, and I freelance, and I can work remotely at home to help out fashion.
Well, that brings me to a question. Being that me and Jamie are dudes and know nothing about fashion, I didn't know there were different types of designers. So what is a technical designer versus a designer, you know?
Okay, good question. A technical designer is the person who actually services the designer, who is the executor of her vision. Usually a designer will give you a sketch of a style, and that's literally on a flat piece of paper. I will then work with the design team. I'll work with a merchandising team. I'll work with an actual live model. I will measure up the actual model and on a flat piece of paper make the pattern for the actual style that they wanted, and then work with the factory in terms of producing that actual product.
You know what I've noticed about creatives, Jamie? They need a lot of toilet paper. Basically, they can't do much themselves. They just kind of kick an idea out, and then people like you come in and, you know, fix it all up and, you know, shine it and hand it back to them and make it all pretty. And, I mean, is that a normal thing in that business? Or I always thought that the person that drew it would sew it and put it together. And
no, not at
all. I had no idea that you guys had like a mechanic. I'm trying to make her laugh, Rick.
I'm going to break it down.
Yeah.
No, actually, the designers,
hanging by a thread here.
The designers are the pulse of this market, quite frankly. Their inspiration and their dedication to understanding the numbers and understanding how fashion has evolved and complementing your wardrobe. Once you buy it, you need to have a reason to go and buy it again. And
I don't understand how there's so. I mean, it seems like everything's been done out there, and so when a designer goes to the drawing board to draw a new piece of fabric or a new garment, where does their idea or creativity comes from? Because if you ask me to design a new shirt or a new dress, I'm like, that's been done before. That's been there. There's no. Where's the originality come from? Is what I'm getting at.
I think it's the purchasing power mind structure. If you own it already, you don't need to buy it. We evolve it deliberately to bring you into the store to want to buy it.
But I'm saying, if as a designer, though, I mean, I watch those shows like Project Runway, and they're given a design challenge, and they're sketching something out, and it's like, well, that looks like something that I could go down to the store and buy. I just don't understand how you can keep designing fashion when it seems like everything's been done. There's only so many different ways you can design a shirt or design a dress.
That's a really weird complaint coming from a guy who does nothing but shop at Men's Warehouse.
Well, I mean, same thing with men's. I mean, there's only so many things you can do with garments, and so where do these ideas come from? I mean, what keeps them fresh and what keeps people buying out there?
It's a collective decision, whether it's a new fabric, whether it's a new shape to the body, whether it's a new color, whether it's a new detail, whether it's a new print, and
different sizes too. I mean, a lot of emphasis is put on plus size women and things like that.
Plus size.
It's pretty popular right now.
Plus size women, we have literally just tapped on that market. No matter what our size is, no matter what, we all want to have an extension of showing our self-expression, and the plus-size women never had the amount of apparel that is offered to them today.
All right, currently in studio with Jody Sherman, real estate agent with Coldwell Banker and the Griffin Group, touching on a little bit about fashion, which is one of our other backgrounds. You're listening to That Business Show. Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business.
I feel guilty that I can't always be there when Mom feels stuck at home. She was always there for us. But now she can't get out, and I'm not always available to take her places. Someone else needs to help her get around. Then I learned about Home Instead. Now Mom can do what she enjoys because her personal caregiver is there, and I can just be a daughter again.
Are you struggling to care for your loved one? We can help. Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Hi, welcome to Yeager's. We just want to take a minute and show you what we're all about. At Yeager's, our primary business is hardwood flooring, although we are remodelers for kitchen, bath, and general construction. We operate a fleet of shop-at-home vans that have all the flooring-type products, hardwood flooring, laminate flooring, tiles, stone, what have you. So we're able to come out first with products in our vehicles and take a look at the setting, how the colors will work, and then to be able to come up with some options and ideas for you. If that's not good enough, we have a large distribution center that we inventory product and have a nice display area.
Jam from Beers to around Hillsborough Avenue, southbound side of the Veterans Expressway, a bit slow between Dale Mabry and Gunn Highway, and westbound I-4 from Plant City over towards Branch Forbes. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick. Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the Center for Disease Control. Zika is being spread by mosquitoes. Protect yourself, your community, pregnant women, and our next generation. There are actions you can take. Go to cdc.gov/prevent Zika to learn more. Together we can fight Zika and protect our babies.
1250 winds weather center forecast. 60% chance of showers and storms today. More clouds and sunshine with the high in the upper 80s. Mid 70s for the overnight low. About the same forecast for tomorrow. Rain chance down by midweek as well as those temps. Mid 80s on Wednesday. Impact Radio 1250 winds WHNZ.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And welcome back to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. If you're finding us on the air for the first time, we're here Monday through Friday, 7 to 9, live here in studio, and video stream available over on TampaBayRadio.com. Also, I want to remind everybody about the upcoming Business Symposium going on October 28th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Hilton Hotel located at 950 Lake Carillon Drive. And this will be a fun day of business networking and education featuring our Shark Tank panel of experts and a thriving marketplace of local innovative vendors. So come on out, enjoy the day. Lunch will be provided, and it's $39 for TBBO members, $59 for non-members, and you can register for that. There is a link over at TampaBayRadio.com. Just scroll down the page just a little bit, and you'll see a huge graphic that says Business Symposium. So if you click on that, it'll take you over to the registration page. And if you're not a member of the Tampa Bay Business Owners and would like to learn more about that, when you go to TampaBayRadio.com, there's a big box that says Join TBBO, and you can fill out our request form to sit down and discuss membership with some of our salespeople or myself. And it is an organization of around 300 members. You must own a business to be a member, and we focus on collaboration and education, not a leads group, although that does happen naturally. It's a group, though, dedicated to learning from one another. So if you have skills you'd like to give back to the community, we do have speaker placement and ways to get in front of the membership, and just a way to get out and have fun and learn from other fellow business owners in the Tampa Bay region. So that is the mission and vision of the Tampa Bay Business Owners, now in partnership here with the radio show program. So again, TampaBayRadio.com, and we would love to see you at the Business Symposium. In studio with Jody Sherman, real estate agent with the Griffin Group over at Coldwell Banker, and also helping me out with my real estate clients as well. You can pick up the phone and give her a call at 347-631-4298. Again, 347-631-4298. And Jody, so you serve two different audiences now. You're serving a fashion audience and you're serving a real estate audience. So how does your clients' needs differentiate between those who you're designing garments for versus those you're selling homes for?
The woman who comes to me for custom tailoring or styling, when she leaves me, she feels empowered. She feels sexy. She feels elated. She feels that her presence will be seen, and her apparel is an extension of who she is. The client who is looking to buy a home, they are more educated. They now have resources. They now realize that there is an opportunity, a future opportunity. The difference between the fashion client and the real estate client is the woman who leaves me that day is instantly empowered. And she walks away with it and can express it. The real estate client is the person who kind of needs to take the resource, take the information, and then later on is empowered.
Well, when people come to you with fashion, they're probably ready to buy. Am I right?
Exactly.
Yeah, real estate buyers are a little bit of a funny mix, and people know I talk about that from time to time on here. It's just like people will call you, you show them home, and then they disappear on you. And so that's just how the real estate market works. But when people come to you for fashion, you know you've got a client, correct?
Yes, I do. I have a client for life. I mean, the more she feels she wants to be social, she wants to network, she gets a positive reassurance within herself. She doesn't need it from anyone else. The moment she leaves is the moment she just has bonded with me, and I'm her client for a lifetime.
Yeah, it comes down to art, right? I mean, they're basically a fan of your artwork, and it would be the same for me if I could go to a certain comic book artist and get a custom comic book. But it's really about the client either way, right? Whether it's real estate or fashion, you kind of cater to their needs and help them out.
Others.
Right.
We're definitely helping others, definitely. Yeah. There's a difference with fashion. The fashion it's more of a psychological thing. She might not reveal it at first if she feels good about her presence, and might not be needs to lean on someone to say, wait a minute, this neckline is the most flattering on you.
Don, do you design like entire clothing line for the person where you do like their entire wardrobe?
What I do is if you have special pieces in your wardrobe and you cannot part with it, and you don't like the way you look in it, you'll invite me over, and I will fit it on you. I'm a custom tailor. So the items that you love, I enhance it, and you will wear it again. So it's I'm not designing.
Awesome.
I'm not designing. You might have an item where you say, you know what, I have this style, but it's, I wish it was a combination of. I can easily reach out to any of my designers and say, do me a favor. Just sketch up a new idea, present it, and we'll make a pattern and execute.
I feel for the ladies out there, because I know as I've gotten older, my weight just keeps increasing, and so that's one thing I hate about clothing is like I buy something and 6 months later I can't fit into it. And for women, it's you got these nice dresses and stuff. Is it easy to adjust them for size? I mean, and how much can you adjust them with men's pants? You got to go buy like a whole other pair, and you can maybe put an inch or two in them. But how adjustable are like female garments?
Well, the actual material will dictate that. If it's a knit, it's generous. If it's a woven and it's structured, whether it's a male or female, it's not. There's another area to really tap on. What about the disabled client? One who has
physical limitations.
Somebody who has one leg shorter than the other. One arm who is smaller than the other. When you go into a store, you have to buy it off a rack. Now you only have a certain circumference for your armhole. You can't buy clothes. That's where I also cater.
Jamie knows all about that, being from West Virginia.
Yeah, one's leg shorter than the other.
When does it become tasteless, and would you turn anything down? I mean, if say a certain model would come to you and want something more revealing than what's normal, would you be opposed to that, or does that matter at all?
It doesn't matter at all. I'm here. I am the executor of your style. I enhance the vision that you have as to what you want to project. And nothing is ever tasteless. It's an extension of who you are.
So how did you find the fashion industry? Is this something you went to college for originally? And how did you come into the field of technical design in fashion then?
Well, I was always an illustrator. As a young girl, I was always doodling. And when you had to make the decision as to what college to go to, my parents had said to me, Jody, it's natural. Why don't you go right into school for design? And I originally started with textile design. And to me, that was very limiting. I didn't want to do prints all day long. And then while I was at the Fashion Institute of Technology with my first degree in fashion design, I decided definitely, why don't I learn how to be a pattern maker? And then I took the sketches that I had and executed and became a pattern maker. And a pattern maker today is an abolished position. It no longer exists in the United States.
I don't even know what that is. What is a pattern maker?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a quilt.
Yeah, I'll go to my grandma for that.
I remember like the different squares, the pattern. I made one in college, or not college, in school. That's how I remember that.
A pattern maker and a technical designer are the same exact thing.
What'd you take, home ec?
Yeah, there was a time we had to make a quilt. I don't remember what class it was. It probably was home ec. I don't know. But
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah, like this craftsmanship, yes.
Yeah, we had to make a quilt one time.
Man, I had to make a birdhouse. You get to make quilts.
So explain. Go ahead.
A pattern maker and a technical designer are the same thing. The difference is when the garment industry was evolving to where they were taking most of their businesses and going overseas, and machineries were no longer needed. The business now being overseas, someone had to communicate to a factory on flat pattern and with digital how to correct a pattern. An actual pattern maker is someone who's hands-on, who's doing it in front of you. They fix the pattern, and they have someone, usually a seamstress, who will sew it and then build it, and that's the extent of a pattern maker's position. But to be able to execute it, do visuals, show flat pattern, do measurements, that's where the technical design comes in. So yes, I'm a pattern maker, but someone who can communicate to a factory overseas, and that's the difference, and that's what makes you a technical designer.
So what do you enjoy more, the fashion business or the real estate business, or do they serve different needs for you?
They both serve the same need, and that is helping others. I provide a lifestyle of how you feel in your wardrobe. I provide the lifestyle of how you feel in your home. All of the above you deserve. I can provide that.
Very good discussion here with Jody Sherman, real estate agent with the Griffin Group over at Coldwell Banker. So if you can use her services, she'll be helping me as well. So if you want to get in touch with myself, I'll put you in touch with Jody as well. So 347-631-4298 is her phone number, 347-631-4298. And you can visit thegriffingroup.net for more information on her and the Griffin Group team. So Jody, thank you so much for being in studio today.
Thank you for having me.
Coming back from the break, I'll be talking to Rachel Ravel with with Perfect Timing Concierge, and you can learn more about that in the meantime over at perfecttimingconcierge.com. Be sure to only put one T in the title. So if you have some duties that you'd like to pawn off onto other people, that's what Rachel does. She can help you with the daily duties. So be sure to stay tuned. We'll be talking with her when we come back from the break. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, your business becomes show business.
What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you. How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal, and most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com cloudcomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again. In an age when the good and the better vie for attention, it is the best that stands out. The best of Tampa Bay from Proudly Florida is the love story for the city of Tampa, celebrating success, sharing achievements, a tribute to enterprise and community spirit. Let Proudly Florida showcase your business to your city, your nation, and the world. For more information, email info@proudlyflorida.com and be sure to visit proudlyflorida.com.
From the Bright House Networks Traffic Center.
Increasing traffic now off the Howard Franklin Bridge into Tampa. Also westbound I-4 a bit slow from Plant City over towards Branch Forbes. Northbound 275 in St. Pete extra heavy due to an earlier vehicle fire. It's off to the right-hand side near Gandy Boulevard. Traffic slow from before 22nd Avenue North. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterich Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by the Center for Disease Control. Zika is being spread by mosquitoes. Protect yourself, your community, pregnant women, and our next generation. There are actions you can take. Go to cdc.gov/prevent Zika to learn more. Together we can fight Zika and protect our babies.
Today, partly cloudy with a 50-50 chance of showers and storms, high 87. Tonight, mostly clear, low 74. Tomorrow, a 40% rain chance, high 88.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Maloney.
And we're back to That Business Show with Jamie Maloney, where business becomes show business. Learn more over at TampaBayRadio.com. Live stream available over there. That's what Josh is doing each morning on the program. So keep him in employment and keep watching the live video stream.
Yeah, I got to do something besides flapping my jaw.
So also adding some color commentary as well to the program. So we appreciate Josh's services to the program. Our next guest in the studio today, Rachel Revel with Perfect Timing Concierge, the Chief Solutions Officer. And learn more about this at perfecttimingconcierge.com. Just leave one T in between perfect and timing. So perfecttimingconcierge.com. So Rachel, welcome to the program today.
Good morning, Jamie. Thank you so much for having me back.
Yes, and Rachel is a returning guest to the program. So for people who are not familiar with your business, tell us about Perfect Timing Concierge.
We are a support system for our primarily professional clients who are executives, professionals who have a lot on their plate. And so they are wearing numerous hats, and so we come in and support them in many different ways. We may organize their homes, their offices. We're going to run errands for them. Basically anything that a client needs that's going to make their life a lot easier and simpler, we're there to support them in doing that.
Now, is this both a corporate assistant and a life assistant? Is it a mixture of the two? Can it be one and the other? How does that come together?
It's a mixture of the two. Many of our clients will ask for administrative, kind of starts off, they may ask for us to assist them in their office, even if they have an executive assistant. But we always end up working with them in their homes as well, residentially, because there is so much that they're doing and so much that they're trying to accomplish, and they just don't have enough time in their day.
And I remember you shared a story with us last time, I believe, about a dog, and the person had called a car for the dog.
One of my clients, this is the one of our clients actually rescued a dog.
Okay.
And wanted to make sure that the dog was comfortable and the dog was happy. So hired us to, we literally rented a limo service for the dog. Dog went over. It is interesting that you asked it, because yesterday I was with that client for the anniversary of the dog, the poodle rescue. So I was in Melbourne yesterday with that particular client.
And she called, or he or she, I don't know who it
well,
is. So.
This particular time, she rented a big SUV and drove herself. But last year we got a limo for her for the dog.
Wow.
It's an interesting, exciting opportunity that we have to make our clients' lives so much easier. And it's fun.
One of the things I love about the show is I get to learn about new businesses like yourself. So now I know that I have no need for ex-girlfriends to come over and kind of babysit me and make sure I'm like doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I can just call you and save myself the trouble, right?
You got it, Josh.
So what are the most common requests on a personal side of the things? Is it to like maybe do the dry cleaning back and forth to the the store, or
the most common is definitely dry cleaning pickup, but it's organizing a lot. Organizing it, and this time of year we're starting to get calls for organizing their homes, making sure their offices are organized. They're getting ready for the holidays, so we're coming in and their garages or maybe their pantries to make sure that things are in place for the holidays. Prescription pickups. Many of our clients also, interesting, will call us when they need different service providers. They don't have the time to reach out to them, so we will reach out because we have a network of professionals that we work with. So therefore, we will take care of those things for them. Waiting on hold. I've discovered, we were doing a survey. There was a survey that was done about a year or so ago, and discovered that we on average spend 13 hours a year waiting on hold. That's a lot of time for...
So you're doing the phone calls for...
The phone calls, yes.
Like renewing the insurance or something, and sitting on hold, maybe getting the facts and the figures?
Various things. For example, one of our clients... right now, she is handling some things for her mom, an elderly mom. So she's hired us to assist with everything that's going on with VA. Her mom's is getting her retirement benefits, and so we've had to deal with a lot of issues with VA, and those calls, just one call. I was online for 2.5 hours.
That doesn't sound like a bad gig, though. I mean, if I'm sitting on hold, I'm just going to be watching Netflix.
That's you, Josh. But
I'll sit around on hold all day.
I'm doing other things, though.
I mean, you must be the queen of multitasking then. I mean, putting these different clients together. Yeah, if you're sitting on hold,
we try to be, yes.
You can obviously do a couple of other things at that same time.
Absolutely. Correct? There are other things while we may be doing research. As a matter of fact, while I was on hold with that, I was taking care of some banking issues for the client. We were planning an event, so looking into venues and different things that she needs for this particular event. So you have to multitask, and attention to detail is key. Being proactive is key because we try to anticipate what is it that our clients are going to need.
I was going to say, how much directive does the client typically give you? It's kind of like, here, take care of this, call this number. I mean, some people need a lot of guidance, but can you just take like a few inputs and then turn it into, a good result? I mean, how resourceful are you in that sense?
Each client is different. When I first onboard our clients, I ask numerous questions. And the idea is to make sure that I get to know who our client is, what their needs are, so that we can anticipate what's in the future. What is it that they're going to need? If it's someone who travels, then they're going to need a substantial amount of things if they travel, and that can be wanting the pantry filled when they get back. There are certain things, we do shopping for them, so we have this master shopping list for them. So getting to know our clients, so when they are assigned their concierge, they know exactly what this client needs, and we just begin to work with them. There's such a huge level of trust and confidentiality that our clients expect out of us.
Well, Jamie has huge attention to the detail. Like, I've worked for him before, and he gives you an itinerary of like 10 pages. Meanwhile, I'll walk up to you and be like, I'm an idiot, do this for me. So who's easier to work with? The guy that would just hand you something and say, I don't know what I'm doing, you do it? Or someone like Jamie who pretty much plans out everything he needs done?
I would prefer to work with someone who knows what they're doing, like Jamie, but I've had to pull it out of clients like Josh, who doesn't know what they're doing.
Leave me alone, I'm reading comic books.
And just say, I need this. So this is why the questions come in, so that I can get to know you a little bit better. And I love it when a client gives us. I love it. Oh, my number's on the card there. I love it when a client knows what they want. It does make it easier, but there are some that just says, I need help. So I'm going to ask, what have you been struggling with? What is it that if you could eliminate something from your to-do list today, what would that list look like? What would you feel like?
What about just like picking up kids from school or something? Do you offer that as part of your services? I mean, pretty much anything and everything. I mean, you're willing to do.
That's a brilliant question with all these idiots leaving their kids in the car while they go to work. I mean, you could save lives.
And that's exactly what we do. I will tell you, we do not transport children or individuals in our vehicles. We do work with companies that will transport children. Animals as well, so therefore we would outsource that.
You outsourced like the dog in the limo. So
we want to save lives.
All right.
You could at least text them and say, "Hey, dude, your kid's in the car," because they pay attention more to their phone than they do their own kid 9 times out of 10, right?
Absolutely.
Well, if you need some help in your daily duties and stuff, please reach out to Rachel Revel, Chief Solutions Officer.
You said duties again, dude.
With Perfect Timing Concierge. You can give her a call at 813-787-3774. Again, 813-787-3774, or visit the website perfecttimingconcierge.com. Be sure to only leave one T in between perfect and timing, perfecttimingconcierge.com. Coming back from the break, I'll be talking with Rita Lohman, Chief Operating Officer with Pilot Bank, and Alex Sanchez, President and Chief Executive Officer with the Florida Bankers Association. You've been listening to That Business Show. Jamie Maloney, your business becomes show business.
The proceeding was a commercial